Hello, my name's Carl Williamson. It's August 2023 and I'm talking to you from our London offices. I'm the manager of the Nexus Global Solutions Portfolio and the Nexus Global Dynamic Portfolio. In July, both funds are up by around 1.6%. This took the year-to-date return for the Solutions DBP share class to 3.4%. The Dynamic Portfolio, the A share class, is up by 8.2%. In July, market sentiment remained broadly positive, buoyed by falling inflation in the developed world and a US GDP print that reinforced the soft landing narrative. The dollar was a little weaker over the month, and year to date the greenback is down by around 3% on a trade-weighted basis. In July, the Federal Reserve raised interest rates by 0.25% to the range of 5.25 to 5.5. The committee's statement after the meeting was barely changed from the last month, with Chair Powell reiterating data dependence. At present, markets predict that this will potentially be the peak of interest rates in the US. The June CPI print, which came around the middle of the month, was the biggest market mover. It came in at 3%, having been 4% previously. Meanwhile, the ECB raised its interest rates by 0.25% to 3.75%, broadly in line with expectations. In the UK, inflation softened to 7.9%, having previously been at 8.7%. This came in below expectations, the first time we've seen that in some time. This week they have raised interest rates by 0.25%, but the peak of interest rates has come down from over 6% to now around 5.75%. A resilient preliminary US GDP print of 2.4% annualised increased the narrative that we may achieve a soft landing. Buoyant activity and a sense that the Fed may hold rates here for longer than had previously been anticipated meant that value stocks outperformed their growth counterparts during the month. Riskier assets and emerging market equities were the best performers during the month. July saw the start of US earnings season in the US. At the midpoint of earnings, the decline is expected to be around 7.3%. However, more companies are beating their estimates than had previously been the case. In both portfolios, we introduced a position in Equinix. Equinix is the largest publicly traded data center company. There is structural undersupply in this market, as easy-to-develop sites have already been used up. This sets the theme for higher rental growth for companies like Equinix, with a good range of assets. Cybersecurity company Darktrace, alternative asset manager Partners Group, and automotive company Stellantis were three notable performers during the month. Broadly, markets remain buoyant in July, as investors continue to be optimistic that inflation could fall back to close to target without any serious damage to the economy. August will see the remainder of US earnings season, as well as a slew of economic data, including further CPI prints. The Federal Reserve does not now meet until September, but clearly the data in August will inform that decision. It's been my pleasure to speak to you. I look forward to speaking to you next month.